Hey loves, welcome back. My name is Kyle August. Sorry for the late video today. I usually have a seminar on Saturday, so if you're watching this in the future, it's not gonna make sense. But today I had a seminar. It was absolutely crazy. So thank you guys for being patient because today is day 10. We're on 2 full hands now of our 21 days of love where you're going to manifest your specific person in 3 weeks, which I know is crazy. I remember when it was a week, seems like forever ago, just a few days ago, but it seems like it's just flying by because I feel like having these videos, doing them every single day, having you guys tune in is just so much fun to me. But today we're actually going to focus on the concept again of putting all of our ideas and attention on our internal state as compared to anything else. Because the more I can get everyone, myself, everyone around us, when it comes to manifestation, to focus on our internal state, the quicker, the easier, the better, the more fantastic you're going to get to your specific person or your manifestation, because all manifestations technically are the same. But today, I actually wanted to talk about an idea that so I'm going to basically prove in this video that it's not anything external that's going to bring you your manifestation, which I know a bunch of videos are on this idea, but truly when it comes to law of assumption, there's only one rule, and that's feel as if you already have it. So what I'm going to prove to you in this video, it's nothing to do with anything external. It's all going to be your internal state, and I guarantee you it's going to be one that you really, really like. So again, putting our focus on our internal state. You don't have to take action to get what you desire. That's probably what I'm going to title the whole video. You don't have to take action. Because I want you to think about right now, imagine your life. Imagine something you're really, really good at, okay? Anything that you're just really, really good at. Now, I want you to imagine how long it took you to get to that point. And I want you to think about that. Okay. It probably, if you're learning to play guitar, it took you time to learn how to play the guitar, stuff like that. And I want you to think if we are currently giving all of this energy and attention, or proof, I guess might be the best word, or I think there's a better word for it. But basically, the reason that you can play the guitar the best, or whatever hobby, to play soccer, a sport, whatever it is, are you attributing, that's the word, time to this idea? And you're going to say, probably, right? Everyone in here is going to be like, yeah, probably. It's the time I spent in that actually made it happen. But, and here's where it's going to prove that time actually has nothing to do with this at all. I want you to imagine right now, you today, and then I want you to imagine you at some point before you knew this hobby, okay? And it could be any point in time. And I want you to imagine you going back in time into that body of yours. And I actually might have touched on this in another video, but it's so awesome and needed its own video for this. Imagine you going back in time to that version of you, maybe you're 15, 10, whatever it is. Can you instantly do that hobby? Whatever it is. Do you think as right now, whatever your age is, you play guitar, play your sport, if you could jump into your previous body and instantly do that thing, do you think you could do that? And obviously don't go too, like if you can walk and now you go back to your 3-year-old self and you could just basically get up and walk. The trick is you could do it, right? And you would instantly do it. There'd be no waiting. There'd be no training, there'd be no hardships. You would just instantly do it, right? So we know then it has nothing to do with the external and all the internal. Because if it was external and you went back in time, how could you do it, right? How could you play guitar at 10 or 15 or whatever? If you could play it now at 25, 30, 40, whatever the age is, how could you go back and do it? Right? That would be physically impossible. It just wouldn't be able to be done. There'd be no way that you could do it, right? It wouldn't make sense if it was external, because technically at that point in time, it was way before you even knew how to do it. But that's the same idea when it comes to manifesting your specific person. Basically, when you're in the state of something, and I know it might be kind of hard to connect those two, but when we're in the state of something, it's automatic, right? don't need to do it. And if you can do something, if anyone can do the thing that you're looking for, like manifest your specific person in this case, or you can literally use any single goal at all. Like even think the idea I like to use in coaching sessions sometimes is the act of people when they're manifesting wealth, they think, well, I can't make $1 million in a day. Right? That's impossible. It can't be done. Well, that just can't be done from our state, right? Because I would say, is there someone on this earth that can do that? And they'd be like, well, yeah, maybe Elon Musk, right? He probably gets $1 million in a day. Well, if he can do it and he jumped into your body, do you think that he could do it? And you'd be like, well, yeah. And so again, this aspect that it's all internal, not external. And that's how we're actually getting to our end state, manifesting what we want. So this is a huge, huge help when it comes to the differentiation between our internal state and our external state. Because I can't tell you how many times it is hard for us. I know it's always going to feel hard. It really isn't hard because we can just decide of whatever it is that we want. That it's all our internal state. But that's the process and that's the idea and that's the goal that we're getting into. So we can change our reality just like that. Because otherwise we're going to be totally concerned and worried about things in our external reality. And I know actually earlier today, I was even thinking about that. I was going down the road that Neville Goddard would call, I think Joseph Murphy said this too, like the major sin when it comes to manifesting. And that's worrying or missing the mark, right? So not marrying your ideas, as I think Joseph Murphy would say, because I was actually listening to Joseph Murphy because my mind was kind of in the external, but that's completely normal. But anytime we do find ourselves in the external, we just want to bring it back to the internal. And again, remember, if there is an idea, if there's something that you can do now, and you can jump back into your version of yourself at 10 years old and instantly do it, we know then it's nothing to do. Literally, I don't get how, if you guys have a way of proving that wrong, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to start a discussion. But how I feel like that 100% completely proves everything is internal. Because you might say, oh, well, we learned how to do it. And it's like, well, then in that case, though, if it still was connected to something external, by jumping back, you would lose the ability to do it. But we know we wouldn't, right? And I guess we don't actually know because we're not jumping back in time. We got to manifest going back in time to actually... Someone in the chat, test that out, okay? Jump back in time when you're 10, go manifest quantum leap, like I talked about in my one seminar. Get to that point and let us quantum leap back and then let us know if you could still play guitar or play a sport. But think about this on a daily basis and think then right now, you to your future self that already has what you want, same thing, right? You and your end state that we feel is in the future is really within us, but your self who is with your specific person is thinking the same idea about us at the current moment. It's kind of funny. It makes me want to laugh that the future version of ourselves is looking back and like, why didn't I just do it? Right? Like, why didn't I just assume the state? Because think of you and yourself in your past. You're like, why didn't we just do it? Right? Why don't you just play guitar? Why don't you just play that sport? Right? Because it's so easy and so effortless. And I actually find that to be really calming because I think of my future self saying that to me now. So it's like anytime I'm stressing or worrying, I'm like, okay, this is going to be really funny to me. Or future me is laughing at how much I'm worrying about the situation right now. And I feel like that's really calming. So always think about that. Think of you to your 10-year-old self in which you can go back and instantly do it. Your future self is thinking the same way right now. Maybe you even watch this video a couple months from now when you're with your specific person, or tomorrow when you're with your specific person, and then think of yourself tomorrow to today. And you're going to be like, that's crazy that I ever doubted myself. But that's the idea that I want you guys to run with today. Kind of like an idea that I just want you to think about because just meditate on it. Maybe because I know, sorry guys again for posting this so late, but I had an absolutely crazy day. But maybe it's something that you just go to bed with, or go if it's now the next day and it's the middle of the day, go take a nap. Just think about this idea and go take a nap. I don't know. But if you did have any questions on this, definitely leave them down in the comments section below. leave a thumbs up on this video. Almost forgot. And then also don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the 21 days of love. Also, remember, if you did want to send me a personal question, you can always reach out to my website at kyleaugustcoaching.com. I'll put right here. And then that's also where you can go for one-on-one coaching. And also, if you're super like an independent learner, which I feel like a lot of people are, I was asking a few different people I was coaching about being an independent learner. I do have all my seminars as well. If you want to hop into it, dive into it. Actually, the one I had today, I'm still working on editing the final video. So if you do decide that you want to get Manifest Love at First Sight, the seminar today, you just wait a little bit because I just have to upload and edit the lecture to then post online. And because it's like a holiday weekend, well, at least here in the US, so it might just take a little bit of time. So thank you guys for being so patient on that. But yeah, definitely reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for always stopping by today. I can't wait to hear all of your successes too. You got any successes? Leave them in the comment section below. But have a great rest of great rest of your night. I can't wait to see you tomorrow in the new video that's gonna hopefully come earlier in the day. But I'll see you guys.